I have an hazel,
Mm.
but in Nigeria there's only one word for it.
Can you take us maybe memory lane? You mean this botch-looking bodybuilder is
It's me.
Mr. Willy
Now I'm an ugly fat person. Nature doesn't need human being.
Mm.
They do perfectly well without us.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Willy.
Good evening, Dominic. I'm back again.
Yes, you are. And, it's so interesting to have you again back. And today's podcast was not really intended, but I saw that you've had a very, very interesting journey over a short period of time from Cameroon. We came back, of course, you went to Takum, we came back to Abuja, and then only a day before yesterday, returned back from Kenya after going to see your bosom friend, Rudy. Now, you're back here, and we were retrospecting. We were talking about all of what you have done within the period of time.
Yes,
Yes.
I went to see Kenya because my childhood friend, I
Yes.
think I met him first when we were about 10 years old in the primary school. We were
Wow.
always fishing together.
Wow.
And he started his career after study at the University Political Science. He started at the United Nations in Nairobi. He became
Amazing.
a big guy over there.
Wow.
And he actually stayed most of his life in Kenya after the school. With me, on the contrary, I said I don't want to go to Africa
Wow.
because I feel that I cannot contribute to the people in Africa when I come from school.
Indeed.
So I start my fish farm career in Netherlands. And this after 20 years, really after 20 years, because I started in 1984. And it is in year 2000 when I was invited by Adi Lakicha. I told you that in the video of David Nakwa.
Yes.
That I came to Africa and I saw the, how do you call it? That there is need to be there and that I can contribute to the people who are farming fish, and they can also make some money in the meantime.
Indeed.
So it took first 20 years of experience in the Netherlands, actually, no, not 20, 15 to 16 years experience in the Netherlands, before I decided it's time for me to also add to what is going on and also help myself, of course, and my family.
Amazing. I was wondering.
So now he has actually no other friends which have gone also to the part of Africa. So he has always been in East Africa. Most of my time I was in West Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, apart from a small little journey in Nairobi. I had a business in Nairobi which actually failed.
Oh.
Not everything I do ends up in victory.
Yes.
Also my losses. In Kenya I lost a lot of money.
Wow.
But that has not stopped our friendship with Rudy. Good friends can also have losses together.
Exactly.
You know, a good friend is a friend who can cry with you, literally cry and tears
Yes.
coming out.
Yes.
When there's something to celebrate, you also celebrate it together.
Indeed.
That is the truth of a friend. He
Indeed.
cries with you and he laughs with you. Yeah.
Amazing.
So I had to go there because he has to show me his beach house, which he's building.
Amazing.
And it's in a beautiful area in Mombasa, in Malindi, in Kalifi.
Mm.
And East Africa is different.
Wow.
So there, our biggest asset is business, oil in Nigeria, our mentality to do business, and the large population which creates a lot of volume for selling materials and foodstuffs. But Kenya is the home of hospitality and beautiful places.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I saw some beautiful places.
Wow.
Beautiful trees, beautiful sunsets, beautiful bars in a natural environment.
Yes.
The sea, yeah, it was fantastic. And the people are also very hospitable because they're used to foreigners, they're used to tourism.
Indeed.
Because in Nigeria, sorry to say, we are not good at tourism.
Yes, and you know, off record, just before I turned on this camera, you talked more about the fact that you really find your fun and your tourism in traveling the road less traveled,
Yes.
and that is not a typical thought for an average African or a Nigerian. You also
I mean, even some
mentioned,
people in Holland, they also like to travel and want to start. Their main goal of traveling is to buy things.
Mhm.
You know, when you come back from Ethiopia,
Yes,
many people they are going from Ethiopia to Dubai, for example.
yes,
Yeah, because there's connections everywhere.
yes,
So, and you see the number of suitcases they carry them back
yes.
with all kind of gadgets.
Oh yes,
When I have a road less traveled, things which nobody wants to see or things which are not so common, these things are more contributing to my life than all those newest things you can buy, the newest phone or the newest music, this and that, you know.
Yes.
Because I tell you, in 10 years' time, what you have bought from Dubai,
Yeah.
if you look for it, you will not see it again. But your inspiration you got from the road less traveled and the things you see on the road is still with you.
Indeed.
So I think it has more sustainability. It makes you as a person, a better person more than
Yes.
to accumulate just all those materialistic things.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Actually, we live for memories as
Yes,
as
that
humans.
is the right. You live from the memories more than from the things you accumulate.
Indeed. And talking about which, of course, quite a number of people observed, even from the David Nkwa video. By the way, big ups to David Nkwa. That video has indeed helped a couple of people identify this distinguished aquaculture expert, but not more for the aquaculture thing, but up close and personal. And thanks so much, David.
Yes, can I say something?
Yes, please.
On the airport, somebody said, "Hey, I know you. I know you from the YouTube. I'm following you." And that was also when we went to the Continental Hotel.
Yes.
That guy who had his birthday.
Oh yes.
Remember?
The elderly
And
man.
he sold even a book on the spot.
Exactly.
Because I had one in the car.
Exactly.
And he was so happy to meet us, you know, you and me.
Yes.
So
yes. That was
I really
amazing.
see that our videos have impact.
Yes, and we got quite a number of calls also, indeed, because I think the exposure we got from David Nkwa's interview also made a lot of people that have been following us want to reach out. We got some very interesting calls from America, from different parts, and this is testament to the fact that indeed we have some cult followers, and many of them we do not know. And of course, it will do us a lot good if you guys do well to say hi to us so we know you're following us, because it really encourages us to want to go on doing what we are doing.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Willy, you know, while we were talking, even off record, we were retrospecting about life.
Yes.
And then, of course, I tried to really, you know, of course, I met you barely, say 8 years ago. It's about 8 years ago. And I wasn't privileged to know you as a kid, as a young man, I mean, of course, what we see is an elderly Mr. Willy with a passion for fish, with a passion for a lot of things. Did you become this person over the years, or you've always been a man with all of the mindset, the love for nature? Can you tell us, can you take us maybe memory lane?
I have always had a love for nature and especially for trees because my father was a forester. But because of my work,
yes,
when you create life, you don't make anything, by the way. It's a big mistake. Some people say, I make fish. I find it an insult to God.
Indeed.
What we do when we are farming fish, we are just helping the nature to be more successful, so that the spawning will be more successful than in an average natural environment, because less predation, better water quality. So I have become very humble in life and also spiritual, more stronger when I see an egg. When you fertilize an egg with sperm and you see the embryo the nucleus of that egg, you see it growing from 1 to 2, from blastula stadium to grastula stadium to, you see the form of the egg spreading out to the side, you see the ectoderm, the spine, you see this all created.
Yes.
When you use a magnifier, yeah?
Yes.
Then you
A
can
microscope?
see, not a microscope, something which just makes it 5
Bigger.
to 10 times bigger.
Okay. Okay.
Then you start to think, yes, we say that we can go to the moon, but we cannot create life.
Indeed.
That is nature, and I think nature, if you are an eye for having the nature and those things, or fruit multiplying, a beehive,
Yes.
how complicated it is and so successful, how nature is just interacting with each other to a perfect harmony, yeah, then I get humble and I get spiritual, and then I start to believe in God. Because I remember in one of our comments in the video say, you should still go to church.
Yes.
But my church is where I am. Because I when I see life, I see God. I see the creator of God. I
Indeed.
don't find my religion or my belief in God in the church, to be sincere. Yeah? I don't see it there.
So by
See it there.
interacting with nature, by being in nature, you commune more with God. That's what you're saying.
Very well. And then we have to realize something. And everybody who listens to this podcast, nature doesn't need human being. They do perfectly well without us.
Actually.
But we cannot do without nature. So don't start to mess up nature, because we need it. Nature doesn't need us.
Indeed.
So you have to have respect. I don't even start killing a fly again. If there's a fly in my car, I open my window, I want it to go out.
Oh my.
I don't kill unnecessarily. Yes, we eat. We have to eat. So we eat meat. Yeah?
Yes.
But that has to kill without a reason. I think it is a disgrace to Mother Nature, and that is just a disgrace to God. We only kill when we need it for food.
Yes.
For one other thing.
Exactly. Exactly. And talking about nature and the should I say the awesome wonder of nature. I saw the photos you shared. I'm also going to pull that on the side just so that our viewers can also connect to that.
Yes.
You were like a baby beside a very magnificent tree.
It is a tree. It is called a baobab tree, or there's a nickname, the tree of life, because the tree has been investigated. Research has been done on some of those trees. They are up to 2,000 years old. Can you imagine? If it is 2,000 years old, it was in the time Jesus of Nazareth was walking in Galilee, in Jerusalem. And that time, that tree was already there.
Unbelievable.
And if you think about those things, yeah,
yes,
that makes you become very humble.
Indeed. You know, lately when I talk with you, I see how much more you ascribe things to divine intervention, to angelic presence, and a lot of them. And I remember something you told me that happened during this period, the Easter period.
Yes.
An incident that I still
something happens to me with. A lot of things are happening to me, and then I think, oh, this is bad luck, and find out it is good luck. You know, sometimes you don't know God's road.
Indeed.
Because you think you want to do this, and then you find out you do something else, and at the end you find out that the other thing you were doing is even better.
Actually.
So there's an intervention, but something happened to me. We came very late from Kashamila, and we went to go to Takum, because in Takum, my children, and my security, I was driving, we were with the 5 of us, we were in the car,
yes,
we were driving, and it was a bit late, so my wife told me, please hurry up a little bit. But on that road, it's pitch dark. and there's security roadblocks,
Yes.
but they are abandoned. So it's drums blocking the road halfway.
Yes.
So you have to go like,
Yeah.
and it has shape.
Yes. Yes.
And we were talking, and I saw the roadblock too late. So I was able to dodge the first drum.
Yes.
I touched little, but the second part of the roadblock,
Yes.
I hit it full.
Oh my
And you
word.
know what saved our life?
Tell me.
The drum was empty. It bounced home more than 20 meters, just like that, and the drum was empty. And the rest of all the roadblocks, all the drums are full with concrete, sand, or stone.
Wow. That could
That
have
would
been.
have killed my family. It would have at least damaged my car complete. Yes?
Wow.
So I start to think, this is just so abnormal. You can say it's luck. No,
Indeed.
this is an intervention.
Indeed.
I have an angel.
Indeed.
And now people say he's a good man. I'm not a good man. I have to do things back. If you have an angel behind you,
Yes.
yes, that means you have to share a lot of things with other people, which I'm doing all the time. I don't want to tell you I do this, but every day I share things with the less privileged people, because God has a reason to keep me alive.
Indeed. Indeed.
It's not difficult to be good.
Well, only coming from a heart that really loves to give, because the truth is, I think some people find it almost so difficult. Like, I don't want to use the word impossible. Like, giving hurts them so much that they feel because they work so hard and they earn this, they should not share.
And I want to give to people, I will not see them again in my life. That I give for the sake of giving, not of giving to get something back. You understand?
Oh, I must really say that sometimes when I think about some of the deeds you do and the way you have selflessly given, I can only say it takes a mind that is really inspired and recognizes that beyond everything we work hard for, there is a reason we're here. And actually, not
Yes,
too many
there's a
people.
reason that you are here. You're very right.
Yes,
So your talent you have gotten,
yes,
use it well and use it in the right way. Use it in such a way that when you get old and you're not able to do much anymore, you can say a life well spent, not a life all accumulated. Because my mother told me, your last cloth has no pocket. What you carry along is your spirit and the ghost, because I believe the spirit, our body will go,
yes.
but our spirit will stay. It will go and occupy another soil, another body. Maybe some people will not understand what I'm trying to say,
Yes.
but I believe our minds,
Yes,
you cannot catch it. It's not physical.
indeed.
Yeah? That mind, when the body is going, that mind will go somewhere else. That energy is not lost.
This is deep, and I believe for some of our viewers that are watching and can relate to that, maybe, of course, you can do also leave a comment in the section below. And at the backdrop, Mr. Willy, I see a photo of a gentleman there. I don't know if that's you have another son in the Netherlands. We don't know.
No. You know, my wife did something.
Okay.
My wife did something. You know, I married a younger wife.
Yes.
I'm blessed with a very beautiful woman,
Yes.
which actually is 25 years younger. They say in Holland that I'm a dirty old man.
Oh.
Because in Holland it's not common that you marry somebody of 25 years younger than you. And me, I'm 64. But I have 2 children with her. Our marriage is even blessed with children.
Yes.
And my wife said, the children need to know that I was not always old. There was a time I was young.
Indeed.
But they don't know, because I met them, I was already 50 plus.
Yes.
So when we found those pictures, when we sold our grandmother's house,
Yeah.
those pictures, they came out somewhere. My mother never threw them away.
You mean this botch-looking bodybuilder is
It's me.
Mr. Willy
Now I'm
Florence?
an ugly fat person. Fat like a pig.
Oh, no way, no way.
This is me, oh,
Jeez.
when I was 18 or 19 years old.
Well,
And my children are so good in sport, but now you understand
yes,
why they are good in sport,
Yes,
because they have the
indeed.
physics.
they do. By the way, your what do I call it? I've not met someone that has so much energy, so much resilience when it comes to moving up and down and not getting tired. And little wonder your son Garrett is almost become like an Olympic champion. I think, like I told you the other day, I think that gentleman or that little boy, how old is he? Barely 12 or 11? Garrett?
He's getting 12 this year.
I think he should.
He's good in swimming, he's good in running, he's good in boxing. He has those, and that is what I can give them.
Yes.
Exposure. You know, you cannot give those children, if you give them 100,000 naira, or let's say 100 million naira, they can waste it just by going to the casino, they can waste it.
Actually.
Oh,
Yes.
that is the end.
Actually.
But if you give them for 100 million, education, exposure, traveling, see the less traveled road,
Yes.
get inspired by unusual things,
Yes.
yes, by art, by good music,
Yes.
that one they cannot take it away from him.
I agree.
So that is the only what parents should do. Give them that, not anything else. Give them exposure and good education. That is when you help your child.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, Mr. Willy, I must say that I really admire your depth of appreciation for the realities of life, I'd say. And quite a number of people might just see you and know you for, oh, he's just a fish farmer. And of course, they don't understand maybe that there's so much more depth in terms of your perception. Of course, some sensitive ones must have noted that from our videos in the past. But if you were to talk to, if you were to say something that will live after you, what would you tell the generation that is being born in this age and era that is fast-paced, this age and era that is just about the superficial world? What would you tell them? What has made you who you are today?
Be good in what you want to do. Follow your instinct, follow your passion, and be good at it. Either it is in art, it is in farming. Don't think, oh, I need a white-collar job. Do what you like to do, because if you like to do those things, you will get good at it. And don't give up. Don't panic when things are not going well at the moment. If everything is going well, then you have a very big problem. You know, when everything is going well, you know what is the moment when everything is going well?
No.
When you're in a coffin. Then everything is going well.
Indeed.
Nothing will happen to you again.
Indeed.
Yes. So when you have a lot of problems, consume it, you're alive. That means you are alive.
Indeed.
Because you have problems.
Indeed.
And success can only be there if you have failure.
Indeed.
And I got a lot of failure in my life. In fish farming, in so many other things. I messed it up in Kenya, complete, yes, but I didn't give up.
I see. And talking about Kenya, but just while we think of wrapping up this podcast, what do you see, or what impression did you get from Kenya that, of course, you would want to share with us here in Nigeria? What can you tell your experience in Kenya, and of course, vis-a-vis your experience in Cameroon, and now back to Nigeria?
I can tell you the difference in Kenya with Nigeria. Kenya is embracing wildlife and nature much more than Nigeria. A Kenyan will say, oh, I see a bush book, I see an hyena, I see an Thompson gazelle, I see a special African owl. But in Nigeria, there's only one word for it. You know what the word is?
Tell me, please.
bushmeat. Very sweet, though. So for us, everything is eatable. I will give you an example about fish before we round up.
Yeah.
I had a very nice couple. They are elderly people. They both have passed away.
Oh
Went
my.
to hopefully to the better place.
Yes.
Yes. So they came to visit me in the Netherlands.
Yes.
Yeah. So they want to see my farm. They are good customers, but I like to show them around.
Yes.
They see an ornamental fish pond with koi carp. You know koi carp?
Yes.
Maybe you will put small picture of koi carp
Yes.
for the
Yes.
audience. Colored Japanese carp, koi carp.
Yes. Yes.
So when I showed them those fish, they were looking, you know. Both were looking. They were standing in the Yoruba dress, and they say, you know what they say?
What did
Can
it?
you eat them? I said, for God's sake, one fish is $300-400 or euro, and you want to eat them? These are for the eye. This is feeding the eye. Oh, they're not interesting. He said, what the hell?
Oh yeah.
This is, we have to change our mindsets. It's not only food for the stomach. Food
Yes.
for the eye is also important.
Indeed.
Food for our ear, food for our brain. There are so many things you can feed on.
Yes, of course. And talking about food for the brain, your African Catfish Farmers Handbook has not gone unnoticed because quite a number of our viewers and people have been coming for this book. I get a lot of messages, people also thanking you for such a masterpiece you've written. And what do you have to tell those farmers that still think they can go about trying it out rather than reading first? They're not feeding their brains first. What would you tell them?
And they make a big mistake, a conceptual mistake.
Hmm.
You know, things are not going that easy. I will tell you, fish farming is difficult.
Hmm.
And if you don't understand the processes of growth of a fish,
Yes.
you have to understand the processes so that when the environment is changing,
Yes.
then you change according to the environment. When the water is getting cold,
Yeah.
you reduce your feed gift because fish is cold-blooded. You need to know that a fish is cold-blooded. They always have the temperature of the environment.
Indeed.
So if you don't understand those concepts, you start to think, why are my fish not eating? Oh, maybe they are sick.
Yes.
But it's harmattan. You know that most fish farmers, they don't even have a thermometer. They don't even know what the temperature is of the water.
Wow.
And that is one of the most important things to know. What
Indeed.
is actually the water temperature? Because it's not always the same.
Indeed.
Yeah. So if you skip the part of having some basic theory, I'm not telling you have to read 5 books about it.
Yes.
No, it goes hand in hand. You have
Indeed.
some fish, and you have the book. You go to see other farms.
Yes.
You talk with other farmers.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you, most farmers, even if they are messing it up,
Yes.
when then the neighbor comes and say, "How is your farm?" They feel even bad to say that the farm is messed up.
Indeed.
Say, "Oh, it's going very well. You should also start something like that."
Oh yeah.
I remember one guy, one of the ex-president went to his friend,
Yes.
yes, in a farm,
Yes.
and he said to the ex-president, I will not say the which ex-president, he said, "You should start a feed mill. It's very good business. I will help you with that." But he was not even running his own feed mill. It was empty, dry. But he was commanding to build another feed mill.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's unfortunate.
This is bad.
You know, and just still around what you're saying, you know, while you were away in Kenya, I got a call from a very interesting caller, and you will not believe it. I didn't tell you this even before now, and I'm sure you'll be surprised. Do you know this man? I think he's a bit elderly. He's in Port Harcourt. I will not mention his name in the video, but I'm sure if you're watching, you know, of course, I'm talking about you. He said about 20 years ago or more, he was in the Netherlands, that he came via his company then, they came to your farm in the Netherlands. And that he remembered then how you in particular told him not to touch any of the hatchery that he put his hand mistakenly.
And I did like this.
And exactly. And that when he watched your video recently, and seeing what you're doing, that he's so inspired, he's so happy to go back. Because guess what?
No.
He said he started fish farming, he was doing very well, and then at some point when the pressure of work increased, he thought to bring people to come and run the farm for him, of course, while he's still coming to supervise. And of course, you can guess what the result was.
It went down gradually.
They wrecked everything.
Whoa.
And he said, watching the last video, I think it was a video on the David Nkwa's channel, and he said he's been also following this channel, that he got the need to bring the spark again. The need to come back to it. And he said, just so that he can remind himself that I need to get back to this thing, he had to order a copy of the African Catfish Farmers Handbook again. So, I mean, what do you have to say to that man? And to other people who may want to give it a shot again, what would you tell them?
Don't give up, but start on a good note. Get enough information, check internet, start to understand who's talking bullshit and who's talking the truth. Yes. Don't become a weekend farmer. Yes. Even in David Nakwa's video, I told about it.
Yes.
You know, when you are a farmer, that means you have to farm yourselves. But we have different gradations of farm. You have the farmer who is doing it himself with his staff.
Yes.
He is involved.
Yes.
Yes. But many of them, they don't live where the farm is. So they become weekend farmers.
Indeed.
They only come on Saturdays and Sundays, or maybe once during the week, depending on their program.
Indeed.
After they get distracted or not less interested because they were not really inspired from the beginning,
Yes.
they are not even going to the farm again. They become telephone farmer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So from inspirational farmer, weekend farmer, to telephone farmer, to no farm.
No farm anymore.
Yes.
Sadly.
So if you don't have the time to be involved, active involved,
yes.
this business is not going to work. Only maybe for very big companies we can employ a very, very good qualified staff. Yeah.
I guess.
Only for those. That's why I told in that video, only the big farms,
Yes.
the very big farms, they survive.
And the
And the
backyard.
very small farms in the backyard of their houses to survive. Anything in between is problem.
I guess.
Yeah.
I get.
And also when you have a white man from the United Nations, and some they have a weekend farm because they have a small little apartment, and they will go there with their girlfriend, and the fish is only to eat and to have enjoyment with their girlfriend.
Thank you so much, Mr. Willy. I really thank you once again for your insightful advice. And I'm very sure that in the coming days, we get to see even more people inspired by your words and, of course, by your deeds. And, of course, we love to always hear from you all. We love to hear from our cult followers, those of them that have never dropped any message. We like to hear from you, like
Yes,
we've gotten
thank
from
you your comments. I was very happy with the comments from the video of David from
Yeah.
Nakwa.
Yes,
It was really giving me a good feeling.
Indeed.
If I feel a little bit depressed, when maybe one or two fish are dying, then I say, let me go to the comments of the video
Yeah.
so to cheer me up.
Oh my
So
God.
you guys, you are cheering me up.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Willy. I'm sure that our viewers are really happy with you. And we look forward to doing more of this often, not just on the farm, but of course, up close and personal with Willy Flourish.
If they want.
Thank you so
Because
much.
we still have more to tell.
Sure, so much. Thank you so much, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.